Alrighty, let's get into the second game between Binley and DeDerpsta. This game is on Triton. So here, up in the top left, let's get the name panel up. Up in the top left, we've got Binley playing as the Zerg. Arguably, I suppose, we don't even need the name panel, do we? Because we've got all this good stuff going on down at the bottom here, but I'm just used to popping it up. We've got Binley in the top left of the map, and we have, oh my goodness, what is this I see? We've got DeDerpsta in the bottom right, this time playing Terran, and it looks like we're going to see some horrific proxy builds here. The only time we ever see workers heading across the map this early in the game is to build proxy. If you're unfamiliar with that as a term, it basically means creating structures on the other side of the map so that you have got less distance to walk. So it's typically what you do if you want to absolutely balls to the wall rush. So you want to turn up with a bunch of units before your opponent has a chance to build any of their own. These workers, slightly worryingly, are not building anything. They are mostly just mucking about it. So this fella's on the watchtower. That gives him this large vision range that you can see here on the mini-map. That big circle, this guy can now see everything in that circle. If we look from DeDerpsta's vision, he gets to see this Overlord. The Overlord, however, can't yet see that worker. It will do in a second. So it is quite a large vision range that you get from these. Actually, it might not. Yeah, it does. These other two workers, meanwhile, this couple of jokers, they're just on holiday. They've just wandered about the map for a laugh. They're not even doing anything. Binley, meanwhile, he's got the pull coming down. He's got gas building. He's got natural building. There are a lot of things building for the Zerg player. In the Terran base, no sign of a barracks. Oh, I say that. Here is the barracks. I am just wondering what the hell these guys are like. What is this? Are these mind games? Because if they are, this is proper next level StarCraft meta. Not even Sarah is playing mind games like this, man. This is proper boss level stuff. Or it's just a complete shambles and DeDerpsta has, no idea what he's doing, or perhaps just wanted to grab one worker to scout with and accidentally grabbed three and thought, I'll just park those two there because I might need them later. Who knows? What I would have expected to see is these two guys build barracks somewhere about here, just immediately at the start of the game, and DeDerpsta just crank out Marines and get Marines up in his opponent's base before his opponent has a chance to do anything. If you are going to do a build like that as Terran, normally what you would do is you would send the SCVs together with your Marines so that those SCVs can plant a bunker and start building a bunker, and your Marines can protect that while the bunker comes up. Once you've got the bunker up, it's really hard to defend. So this queen is going to try and chase these couple of SCVs away, these ramped SCVs. Probably at this stage, they're thinking, what on earth? Decides to leave that SCV just in case it wants to build a bunker or something. Very, very generous to do that. So it does look like DeDerpsta sending out. Yeah, send out another SCV. You never know when you'll need. Oh lordy, what is happening here? So DeDerpsta deciding to expand there. I mean, personally, I'd have probably gone for here on the grounds that it's closer, easier to defend, but at least it is an expand. A couple of supply depots being built, temporarily supply blocks here. We can see the queue of workers, we can see the queue of Marines, mining gas as well, but no sign of tech structures yet. Meanwhile, on the Zerg side, we've got a Binley nest building, we've got speed researching. We've also got an evolution chamber building. The evolution chamber will allow you to get upgrades for your units. So we'll see what sort of upgrades get started here. None just yet. In general, if I'm playing against Terran, the first thing I would upgrade personally would actually be armor. So I would upgrade Carapace. And the reason for that is Terrans tend to have Marines. Tend to have Marines, and Marines do small amounts of damage rapidly. So if you've got +1 armor, you're taking sort of one off the damage done by each burst of fire from the Marines. You see, here we go. This is exactly why this was not the right place to build this. Had you built it in this other location, it would be easier. As it's here, word to the wise, Terran buildings can actually fly. So if you do get attacked by things like that, you can just lift the command center off, and Marines can't shoot up. Oh, these Marines! If you're going to use them defend. So really DeDerpsta needs to be building a bunker, and since he hasn't already done that, this game very similar to the first game in as much as so just looking for large numbers of things in the early game. So it looks pretty savage, and it is pretty savage. At the 5 minute mark, a certain really quite high numbers of Zerglings on it, and it is something that you've got to expect. You're playing against you have to expect that in a reasonable chance your opponent will come across the map within the first 5 minutes with 20 plus Zerglings, and that's exactly what's happening. So what do you do about it? How do you defend against it? Normal tactics, and you build your supply depot at the top of this ramp. You build your barracks at the top of the ramp so that you've got a wall. Supply depots can be lifted up and down by pressing R. So you can get your units in these circles cannot come through. The same goes for if you're in Protoss. You can build a mostly complete wall with a gap, and you can put something like a zealot in the gap so that the Zerglings can't just run into your base. Yeah, they can nibble at the wall, but you can, if you've got some ranged units, a marine or whatever behind the wall, buildings take a long time to die, so it's just not an efficient way for the Zerg to trade, and that generally keeps you safe. If you're also playing Zerg, well then you've got to expect some lings to come, so you need to think about how you're going to deal with that, either by having your own lings. Maybe you build a Binley nest, because you don't need very many Binleys to destroy large numbers of Zerglings. So build a Binley nest, perhaps, maybe a spine crawler, and make sure you've got queens, and normally you're okay to hold that. So a 2-0 for Binley, and in reasonably robust looking fashion. Early signs there are that Binley knows what he's doing. DeDerpsta, yeah, needs a bit of practice, I would say. GG.